possibility that we could get the Venom rework or even another fruit rework instead. But with all these balance changes and announcements coming soon, the update is definitely getting closer. Anyways, let's talk about the possible release date. Before we get into today's video, I want to introduce you to Bloxtop, where you can get permanent fruits at affordable prices. Ordering is super easy. Just choose your favorite item, head to checkout, fill in your payment details, and you're all set. Don't forget to use code BACON to get a discount, or simply use my link in the description to have the discount applied automatically. They also have items for other Roblox games you might enjoy, so be sure to check them out. After checking out, go back to home and click here to claim your order in Discord. So, what are you waiting for? Check out Bloxtop today. So right now, humans, Blox Fruits has been dropping bulletin news pretty much every week, and the newest bulletin was released just last week. This makes things really interesting, because if they continue following the same pattern, we could potentially see another major announcement sometime this week. And honestly, this could be the announcement we've been waiting for. It could finally reveal more details about the upcoming update, possibly even giving us a release date or an official trailer. We already know that more balance changes are coming, and they've also teased that what we've seen so far is only a small portion of the changes. So the question is, are we finally getting the update date this week? There's obviously no official confirmation yet, but considering the timing of these bulletin news posts, the update could be much closer than we think. A few days ago, we received the Doghouse event update, which is this one right here. That means it's officially out of the way, and now all eyes are on the next update. Based on everything we've seen so far, there's a very high chance that the magnet fruit is coming next. As you can see from this image, it's already been teased by the developers, making it the most likely feature to arrive in the next patch. Of course, there's still a small chance they save it for the final update, but with how heavily they've been teasing it, I really don't think they'll make us wait much longer. What's even more interesting is that the remaining update icons are still a mystery. We still don't know exactly what they contain, which means there are plenty of surprises left for the developers to reveal. In total, we're expecting around 4 to 5 major updates, including the magnet fruit, so there's still a lot more content on the way after this one. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get into the part you've all been waiting for, the official release countdown. So first, let's look at the biggest clue from the last bulletin news. If you watched until the very end, you probably noticed something different. Instead of saying stay tuned for another bulletin news, the developers simply said wait for the news. That small change in wording is actually a huge hint that we're no longer getting another bulletin and that the next announcement is most likely the update itself. On top of that, they also said that is only a small fraction of balance changes to come next week. And remember, that bulletin was released 6 days ago, which means we're now entering that exact time window they were talking about. Based on their usual release schedule, that lines up perfectly with Thursday or Friday, making tomorrow the most likely day for the update to finally drop. Everything is pointing toward the wait being almost over, and that's why the countdown is now more exciting than ever. Venom and even Shadow could get a rework in this next update because a game admin answered a question asking if Shadow and Venom could get a rework, and when Loco said both will be reworked, though there is still no release date for it. That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video and try to figure out when it could happen. We'll also talk about other stuff that could be coming in this update. The Venom fruit is officially confirmed to get a rework by an admin of the game, as you can see in the image. And yes, this is official. It came from one of Kit Gaming's videos where he asked an admin about it. There's also something else you might want to find out, which I'm going to show you later in this video, right? So basically, with the admin confirming that Venom is getting a rework, it could possibly evolve into something like this image. A more beast-type form that looks way more powerful, aggressive, and insane than before. If you take a closer look, this isn't just a small redesign. This looks like a full showing the first C, second C, and third C. And what makes this interesting is how accurate everything looks. The positioning, the scale, and the structure all match what we already know about the current Cs. But if you look closely on this side of the image, you'll notice something very important. There's a massive island, and when I say massive, I mean this thing is as big as multiple First C islands combined. This immediately raises questions because there is no existing sea event that is even close to this size. This island is way too big to be something like a raid zone or a temporary event. I mean, this thing literally looks like an entire sea by itself, and that's why I strongly believe this could be the fourth sea. Another reason why this makes sense is the server limit. There are only 12 players per server, so creating an island this large just for an event wouldn't make sense at all. Events are meant to be fast, replayable, and compact, not something that takes up this much space on the map. Now, personally, I think if this really is the fourth sea, it's going to be heavily inspired by Wano. We could see islands that are very close to each other, unique environments, and a more connected world compared to the older seas. Of course, it won't be a With that being said, we're most likely going to start getting more updates. Not another 1-year wait, but updates coming every few months. Especially with summer getting closer, they're probably going to give it their all and drop some big content during that time. One more thing, Uzoff also said something interesting about the possible release timing, including new information about the Venom rework itself.
The Venom fruit, it's pretty sick, I won't say, I can't say if it's a top contender to beat Dragon, but I mean, it's dope. In terms of the name, I don't think it's gonna change. I think it's gonna stay Venom, to be honest. If it was a beast fruit, then I could see it being changed to Hydra, but no, I think it's just gonna stay type of fruit.
Okay, unfortunately, I lost the footage, but he did say that the update will come soon, which is honestly funny because he also added that he knows we all hate hearing the word soon at this point. But at least this confirms that the update is already getting close, and they are definitely aware that the community has been waiting for a really long time for this huge Blox Fruits update. Anyway, let's finally get into the leak now. So Shafadev, one of the developers of Blox Fruits, just gave us another teaser of the new fruit he is currently working on. So yes, this basically conflated to the void or darkness. So the real question is, will the dark fruit actually become the void? Comment down your thoughts about it. Anyways, that's pretty much about for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notification bell on to be notified in our next video. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.